How did R. Kelly lose his $100 million fortune? Today on the Diamond K Show, what's going on? Your man Diamond K in here on the all-new radioonfire.com and on Fire Television. Today we're going to be talking about R&B, disgraced R&B superstar. I mean, I still can call him a superstar, right? R. Kelly was worth at least $100 million at the peak of his career. $100 million. But by 2019, he reportedly had less than 1% of that to his name. So where did his millions go? Where did that money go? R. Kelly's net worth is currently a negative $2 million, according to Celebrity Net Worth. The disgraced singer, who was born Robert Sylvester Kelly, said in court documents that were filed last year, this is when he was attempting to get released on bail. He said that he owed nearly $2 million to the IRS alone. Nearly $2 million to the IRS. Definitely not the place that you want to be at. So reports have suggested that R. Kelly, let's keep in mind, this guy had multiple number one albums, headlined multiple tours, could have easily been worth $200 million today if he had never experienced the legal situations that he has. So we're going to talk a little bit about that, get into some of the pitfalls that he fell into as far as his money. Where did that money go? Just how much money was spent on fighting these cases. We're going to do that right after this. The Diamond K Show, of course, is sponsored by Tasty Moscato. If you could pour sexy into a glass, this would be it. This smooth, seductive Moscato wine, blended with vanilla, takes your palate to a whole nother level of taste me. Unlike most, Tasty Moscato can be deliciously paired with a variety of meats, cheeses, veggies, as well as desserts. It's the sweet taste of luxury that you've been craving. It is Tasty Moscato. You can search Tasty Moscato on Facebook and on Instagram. So we're talking about music superstar, disgraced music superstar, R. Kelly, and what happened to R. Kelly's money. So, of course, he's known for hits like Ignition, I Believe I Can Fly, so on, so on, and so on. Selling over 75 million records worldwide. He's one of the biggest selling artists of all time. Billboard named him as the top R&B artist between the 90s and 2000s. I mean, he's one of the most successful artists in history. But choices that he made have changed that, at least the money. So before he made a name for himself in the music industry, R. Kelly was in a R&B group that was called MGM. So they won a $100,000 prize on a TV talent show that was called Big Break. So there were some financial disagreements, and actually that performance that they won the money was the last time that the group performed together on stage. R. Kelly went on to be discovered by music executive Wayne Williams. Many of you have heard R. Kelly shout out Wayne Williams over the years, Step in the Name of Love, and a couple of other records. He shouted out Wayne Williams, especially those Chicago style stepping records. He would shout him out. He's a DJ, Wayne Williams. Anyway, R. Kelly ended up signing to Jive Records in 1991. Following year, R. Kelly and his group, Public Announcement, remember them, released this album, Born into the 90s, which was a classic. Went on to become platinum. The next album was, of course, the ever popular 12 Play. That sold more than 5 million copies. That dropped in 1993. Well, that album had Bump and Grind, Sex Me. That was, of course, the 12 Play song. I mean, that was one of his biggest ones, right? That became his longest running number one song, Bump and Grind. It was, the world had opened up to him at that point. Several of his next albums continued to peak at number one, or at least in the top 5. Things were rolling for him. The money was definitely coming in. So amid that success, R. Kelly started facing accusations of sexual abuse. Now, these accusations, go back into the 1990s. What is unclear is how much money has R. Kelly paid in out-of-court settlements and legal fees in the last 20 years. That actual number is unknown. Now, in 1998, R. Kelly paid $250,000 as a settlement fee to a woman named Tiffany Hawkins. Tiffany Hawkins alleged her sexual relationship with R. Kelly began when she was 15. And this was reported by the Chicago Sun-Times. R. Kelly reportedly also settled out of court for undisclosed sums of money. Lawsuits filed against him by a former intern at Epic Records in 2001. 2 more women in 2002. So as you see, things started to add up, but that's not $100 million. So we're still trying to figure out, where did this money go? $100 million. Where did this fortune go? So over the years, an extravagant lifestyle, huge payouts, out-of-court settlements. R. Kelly lost a big chunk of his earnings in 2009 when he divorced Andrea Kelly. She reportedly received a $1 million one-time payment from their split. Of course, Andrea Kelly, we've seen her on some reality shows. She initially was a backup dancer for the singer. R. Kelly was also ordered to pay more than $20,000 per month in child support. Now, for a man of his earnings, that's not too crazy, I guess. In 2019, R. Kelly spent time behind bars after failing to pay more than $161,000 in overdue child support. So by 2019, the money was drying up, or had really dried up. Money had dried up, and the hit records were not coming like they used to. And, of course, you had that very disturbing documentary, the Surviving R. Kelly documentary, and that really opened the floodgates. So if you remember that interview That very infamous interview with Gayle King on CBS in the Morning that R. Kelly did. During that interview, he claimed that he only had around $350,000 left in his bank account at that point. $350,000. So many people have been stealing my money, he said. People was connected to my account, he said. That could have been the case. He continued, I did not know what I was doing. Didn't know what the hell was going on. I was so tired of not knowing where my money was. A lot of it is on me, R. Kelly said. He's right. A lot of it is on him. You know, you can claim they were stealing from me. You can claim I was in the dark. You can claim that, right? A lot of artists claim that. But what's really the damaging thing for R. Kelly has been his own personal actions. Not lawyers stealing, not crooked friends stealing, not, people getting over on him. But what he's done to other people, that's really what's cost him this money. At the time, of course, R. Kelly denied the suggestions that his financial struggles stem from having to pay multiple legal settlements, insisting that he never had sex with a minor. That was a lie. That was a lie. So what else did he lie about? After R. Kelly was taken into custody in Chicago in 2019 on 10 charges of aggravated criminal sexual abuse. Of course, R. Kelly still behind bars, awaiting his sentencing now. The criminal trial of R. Kelly, that happened in New York, and it was a sad state of affairs. It really was. When you think about how high up this artist was, when you think about the accomplishments and the talent and the wasted talent, you think about the music, you think about the people that were hurt by this singer. Some people seem to feel sorry for him. Some people do. I know that many people took advantage of him, and he took advantage of many people. Let this be a lesson to you all. Wow. This is a tragic tale. When this story is told, I mean, really, really told, we've seen, the biopics. I really like to see a biopic on this. I mean, we know what happened, kind of, sort of, but we don't really know. We have had glimpses. We've had stories here and there. I just don't think that the full picture has really been painted. And I'm sure that that's going to happen sometime, eventually. Stay tuned. We're going to be back with more of the show after this. The Diamond K Show is sponsored by Flyers on Fire. If you need a flyer created, Flyers on Fire can design your quality digital flyer in 24 hours. Are you promoting something on social media? Flyers on Fire can help you brand your message with a quality flyer. Visit Instagram, Flyers on Fire. So we've been talking about R. Kelly, the over $100 million fortune that has gone down the drain. Yes, some of it's gone from theft. Lawyers getting over. Business managers, accountants getting over. R. Kelly wasting money. But it's also divorces, child support. But in addition to that, It's been multiple payouts, multiple out-of-court settlements with multiple people that really depleted the fortunes of this once beloved singer. So, I've often talked about, before the trial happened, the possibility of him being able to come back from this. America loves a comeback story. I've often talked about this before the trial. I often talked about him diving into church and gospel music and asking for forgiveness and turning his life over to the inspirational style of music and turn his life over to Jesus and maybe that crowd accepting him. But I don't know. I don't even know if that's something that is possible at this point. Who knows when he'll even get out of jail? If he'll get out of jail. I don't know. It's looking really bad for Robert Sylvester Kelly. Definitely. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, TikTok, at The Diamond K Show, at Radio on Fire. Of course, we have some sponsors that I need to shout out. The Diamond K Show brought to you in part by jstoverbeauty.com. I want to talk directly to my ladies. If you are looking for those must-have beauty products, look no further than jstoverbeauty.com. They have quality wigs, Indian hair extensions, virgin hair extensions, professional hair care products, edge control, flat iron mist, mink eyelashes, satin wig bags, wax sticks, lace concealer, lace tint, and so much more. jstoverbeauty.com also does custom wig making, maintenance, revamp services, and a lot of other things. Real high quality. You can check them out on social media. J Stover Beauty on Instagram, J Stover Beauty LLC on Facebook. Be a girl with mind, a woman with attitude, and a lady with class. Visit jstoverbeauty.com. So I have struggled, and ultimately I decided to do it. But in my DJ sets, do I play R. Kelly music or do I not play R. Kelly music? That's been something that I struggle with. And I still play it because I've been able to separate the man from the art. Now, everybody can't do that. Everybody won't do that. Some people just, don't separate that. And because he has come under fire, because he's done so many terrible things, they have just written him off, canceled him, if you will. But whatever you choose to do, that is on you. Get breaking news and adult conversations covering topics that are important to the Black culture. Visit radioonfire.com for our original radio podcast and, of course, TV programs. You want to support the Diamond K Show? Very easy to do that. I'm able to deliver our news and our views because of our listeners and, of course, our sponsors. You can visit radioonfire.com/donate or just head to radioonfire.com to make a one-time donation. At the Diamond K Show, at Radio on Fire. Of course, I will be back tomorrow with more of the Diamond K Show here on radioonfire.com and, of course, on Fire Television.